Welcome to the Thrasher's Wheat Radio Hour, where the feedback is back.
I come down from the misty mountain.
Every week we scour the human highway to bring you the best Neil Young news and reviews, rumors and musings, plus rare unreleased tracks and live shows that will keep you rocking in the free world.
It's all one song.
The Thrasher's Wheat Radio Hour is presented by WBKM.org in the heart of Burlington, Vermont.
Well, hello, everybody, once again, and welcome to the Thrasher's Wheat Video Radio Hour, or thereabouts. Tony here on this side, and welcoming the one and only Thrasher.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I got my Farm Aid 2021 shirt on there in the royal, very dark blue. It looks black, but it's very dark blue. Very lovely graphic down from Hartford. How are you doing?
Good, good. Your shirt's looking good there. And we're going to talk about some Farm Aid stuff, do another re-review of the week and of the day. And maybe we'll start off with a little bit of Neil Young news today.
Yes, very exciting new news, just breaking, really yesterday, right? Yeah,
just a few days ago. We've got some news here to share. Folks probably are up on it by now. The Rusty community chattering away, the patron community chattering away. But we do know that Neil Young has been in the studio recording with Crazy Horse. And when we say the studio, as it turns out, the studio is actually nothing other than an actual barn.
Yeah.
And Tony, if you see that up there on the screen, there is the album cover, and the name of the album is none other than the very, very complex and sophisticated title of Barn.
Barn. Could be followed up by More Barn.
Ranch, or More Barn. Yes, that would be the follow-on album. That's
the deluxe edition. Gives you More Barn.
So this is the revamped Crazy Horse version number whatever, but this time with Nils Lofgren, and Neil has actually previewed the song up on his Neil Young Archives site, and the album is now available for pre-order, and its release date is December 10 coming up. So there is this one song that did get previewed on the website, Song of the Seasons. I don't know if you had a chance to check that out, Tony.
Yeah, that's is that the album opener, I believe, is it not?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure.
I'll hang out.
I guess the track list might be somewhere.
I saw it. I don't know where, but nonetheless, yeah, it's just good to see that little thing up there that says Neil Young and Crazy Horse.
Yeah, it is. And as we mentioned, they're on the archive site. They do have the Song of the Seasons, the track, either the first or wherever it lands up there for playing. And maybe we could just do a short sample here, and folks can check it out there on the website when they have a chance.
All righty.
So there you go, Tony. A little sample of Song of the Seasons for folks to check out there.
Yeah, please do go and listen to that little tasty nugget there, tasty biscuit from Neil and the Horse.
Tasty biscuit. So before we move off of the Neil Young news, the other major news here in the Neil Young Rust community is that Neil Young did a what's called a patron Zoom call this week.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you're a patron and you got to check that out, you know how that works with Neil Young on short notice gets together and answers rusty Neil Young fan questions. And he was asked all sorts of different questions about all sorts of different topics. And he gave his sort of usual answers of either something specific or non-specific in his own Neil way.
Why not?
Yeah. So anyway, if you want to check that out, there's a summary actually on Thrasher's Wheat. If you want to just sort of check that out, there's somebody, Gray Rider went and did a little bit of a summary of things here. I guess before we leave here, Neil, when he put that track up on his website, he wrote the following: written in Canada about a year ago. It's the oldest song on the barn. There was a recording of the song done in my hometown. That is the earliest. This is the first one with Crazy Horse. It starts the album. Well, there you go, Tony.
There we are.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. All right. All right. So that's the Neil Young news today.
Yeah. Today, this minute. And so we're going to do a visit back now, just about 3 weeks post Farm Aid. And this will be our second look in, as now all the night's videos have been put up there. We encourage people that didn't get to see any of it, or if you just want to look at it again and remember what that day, beautiful day, was like. It's right there on the Farm Aid YouTube channel.
Yeah. We'll take a look at the what they've got loaded up there on the site there, Tony. Right. I guess before we get into the highlights of it all, the WBKM whole Vermont contingent that came down to you had a good setup there at Hartford.
A wonderful setup, and I think we want to make sure to really front and center thank our friends the Farmadians, who dealt with a little bit of adversity this year. It wasn't like other years. It wasn't everybody jumping in a bus and driving across the border. There was no border open to drive across. Presented challenges, but hats off to the Farmadians for once again being an integral part of the festival and of supporting family farmers.
Yeah, absolutely. Good folks, all of the Farmadians and Paul and Renee, and thank the Farmadians. I think we'll say thank you for our Farmadian shirt that we're proudly wearing right now on the radio. And Tony, if I'm looking very closely here at the monitor, your Farmadian shirt is AWOL in the dirty laundry.
It is AWOL. It is AWOL right now, and it's probably time for a new washing machine because it just didn't spin it. So we're spinning the official one of the official shirts. But Paul and Renee, well, there's not even a hat to do hats off. See, every week it's different, folks. We don't know, but hats off to our Farmadian friends, Paul and Renee specifically, for the nice bundle of shirts that the WBKM crew got, which included our friends from St. Louis. And
and I believe you were down there with the Hounds That Howl too.
And we were down there right next to the Hounds That Howl. Yeah, and right. Howl was in classic form, howling and hounding, as only that one can do.
Yeah, there you go. Well, There you go. Farm Aid 2021. Well, what do you say? We look at look and listen to some music here.
Yeah. We covered some stuff last week. I think we're a little male centric this week, but we balanced it last week, if you folks remember. So, what are we going to start off with? We're going to look at a little Dave and Tim to begin with. And then we see that nice whole bunch of videos that are now up on the Farm Aid YouTube channel.
Yeah, right. Yep, Tony. We got the Farm Aid YouTube channel up on the screen here, and the Farm Aid folks have loaded up sets of the various artists here. There at the top, you see Allison Russell. Tony, as far as I can tell, not everything has been uploaded. Like, for example, Daniel Ratelift is not up here, but we do have Allison Russell's set is loaded. Started the day there with a prayer from the singers and the wisdom dancers. Willie's set is up, and I think we want to take a look at some highlights there.
Definitely.
Tyler Childers, maybe an artist that not everyone's too familiar with there. Maybe some folks were first time seeing Tyler Childers, his set's up there.
Yeah, check him out. Really dynamic performer there. I think really caught the attention of folks in the crowd.
Yeah. He's I think he has a kind of a unique singing voice, as I recall.
Indeed.
And we also have Mr. John Mellencamp's set. One of the Farm Aid board members is up on this loaded to the Farm Aid site here. We'll take a look at something there.
Yes, we will.
And then, of course, another board member there, Dave Matthews, and his sideman, Mr. Tim Reynolds. Maybe we can check out a little clip there as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. And then I think last time we looked at this, I think we had the wisdom dancers were up to open, to start the day. And then we hit Margot Price and her set as well. Yeah,
beautiful set of music from Margot.
Yeah. The newest member of Farm Aid.
Who is new. And that's important because, new ideas, new energies. It's very important to keep the organization alive. So welcome to Margot.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we, Tony, I think last time you took a few moments here to kind of talk about the mission and what that's all about, and certainly we do encourage everybody to support the farmers directly. Directly being at the farmers market is certainly I think the closest to home in more ways than one, but reach into the pocketbook.
Exactly. Support your local growers. You don't have to go far, especially at this time of the year. Things are wrapping up, harvests are in, but there's still a lot of really tasty things out there that are good for you. And keep those folks going over a long and cold, lonely winter.
Yeah, and this is harvest time. I mean, this right now is the harvest season. They're bringing it in from the fields, and it doesn't get any fresher or better than your market right now.
Yep, exactly. Key to the mission of Farm Aid, indeed, to get all of us to attend to the issue of better food, eating better food. It starts in your own house.
That's right. Everybody can do their part. All right. So, Farm Aid's about the mission, but as we know, it's also the music, and we do love that music. So, we'll go ahead and get a clip up here for everyone to check out here. We got Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds and their song Warehouse. I'll go ahead and start playing it here, Tony. And if you want to just sort of set up, make a few comments here, and then
we'll get into it. For folks that may not be, that aware of David and Tim, and what they do is astonishing instrumentally, and I think sharing this piece of instrumental magic is a good way to introduce them. Turn her up.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
So
what they do, huh?
they just jam away. It's a good time, isn't it? It's intimate.
It is a good time, and I've said it many times to many people. We've said it here. The joy on Dave's face as he hears Tim doing what seems to always delight and surprise him. I mean, he's heard some of this stuff a million times, but you get that little look at the side of his face, thinking, "Wow, this guy is good," and he is really good, folks.
Yeah, they're a combination. If you haven't checked it out, I think Farm Aid is, if you will, the premier showcase of this Dave and Tim. The Dave Matthews Band, Tim Reynolds is not part of that, so you gotta catch this where you can.
Absolutely, they've done some shows together. I wish they would do some more full shows together. It would be wonderful. Maybe in the coming years they will. They got a lot of talent there and a lot of time. Bring it back.
Definitely. All right, so let's see what else we got going here, Tony. From Farm Aid Highlights. I think another one here is Mr. John Mellencamp, the board member here. New song, Tony?
So this is a new song that is on the only new song that John did. He did old songs going way back and did some of the expected favorites. And he's just going to get his little instrumental intro ready here. You see, it's a stripped down version of the band, and this new lovely young woman who did a spectacular job there. This is off of the upcoming album that he did in part with Bruce Springsteen. Talk about Americana. Wow. Here goes John.
I always lie to strangers. I always lie to people I may know. There'll be no church bells chiming for me. No contest is my only plea. Call me anything you like, I would never disagree, because I always lie to strangers.
A strong song. The heart of the artist is something unfathomable. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but I have a feeling that there's also some truth behind what John is saying here. As he prefaced the song before he began, you think you know me. You don't really know me, and I don't really know you.
Yeah, Tony, kind of struck me also when I was, listening to this for the first time, and what John was getting at there. It's I have to tell you, in all honesty, it struck me right off the bat as a pretty cynical new song to roll out at Farm Aid, but hey.
Hey, it's his stage. He can do what he wants. And so, yeah, looking forward to hearing that whole album. John is not disappointed in many, many a year. And this collaboration with Bruce Springsteen, I think, is timely. And two old friends. Bruce has a lot of respect for John, as he should.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of musical brothers out there. Well, speaking of musical brothers and family and connections and hookups, I guess we'll sort of maybe wind up here with one more here.
Please.
Tony.
Going kind of back to what I felt, as much as I love John's set and all the sets of the artists, but this was the song of Farm Aid for me that we're going to share with you. It came out early in Willie's set, and it is family. You see the stage here set with Willie in the center, and flanked by the kids, Micah and Lucas. And this is a song of Micah's that, if you haven't heard it yet, it's a really good song.
Yeah, Tony, I think this is a good call to wrap up the show here. I guess we'll go ahead and take it out here and play the whole song, and wish everybody well. And as you said, there's a really nice setup here by Willie with his two sons, Micah and Lucas Nelson, and Micah's new song debuted here at Farm Aid 2021. So here we go, Tony, and until next time, keep on rocking in the free world.
Absolutely.
We got the kids up here with us tonight. Micah, why don't you do us a song?
Last year, when we were all sitting around, I think we were playing chess or something, and out of nowhere, he looks over and he said, "If I die when I'm high, I'll be halfway to heaven." I said, "You better write that song." He said, "Why don't you write it?" So I wrote it. I was kind of imagining I was him when I wrote it. Well, I figured Trigger would outlive my liver, but I'm still here writing songs. Or if I reached my age, I'd forget how to play. Well, I guess I proved me wrong. They say use it or lose it, and I'll do it again. My half-crazy mind is my oldest friend.
Well, I never expected that my redneck confessions would be sung by this old man. Or if living so hard, I would make it this far. And I said, catch me if you can.
Use it or lose it, so I'll do it again. That lost highway life is my oldest friend. I was born in a barn and the door was wide open. I ran out before I learned to crawl. And if I die when I'm high, I'll be halfway to heaven, or I might have a long way to fall. The paper today said I'm changing my ways and my time's been slowing down. They said that people my age are expected to fade. Well, I'm afraid I've let